What makes a language a language? Vocabulary and grammar rules. Although linguists would undoubtedly elaborate greatly on this response. American Sign Language, most commonly referred to as ASL, also has its own vocabulary, in this case, visual vocabulary. ASL also has its own grammar rules, which are quite different from spoken language, as you would expect from a visual language. Ready, Set, Sign teaches many of these rules. For example, you learned or will be learning to show the speed of actions right in your signs as you show someone rapidly talking, or intensity as you sign strongly encouraging, or duration as you sign continuously exercising, or the size of objects as you sign a tiny book or a big atlas, or directionality when you climb up or climb down. Pigeon Sign English, or PSE, is another form of sign communication which is a mixture of two languages, ASL and English. Pigeon Sign English, PSE, uses the signs and much of the grammar of ASL, especially the grammatical concepts you're learning in Ready, Set, Sign. And PSE allows users to express this ASL vocabulary and ASL grammar almost entirely in English word order. So, as you can see, when you learn PSE, you're also learning much of the vocabulary and many of the significant grammar rules of ASL. However, ASL has additional grammar rules that you'll need to learn if you wish to become fluent. And as you learn and use these other grammar rules, you'll be expressing much of your signing in an order that no longer closely resembles English word order. The similarities and differences between ASL and PSE usually provide learners of sign language with interesting educational options as they continue their sign language instruction. In the 60s and 70s, other sign language systems emerged. These systems were called manual English systems and were created by educators who were concerned about helping deaf children acquire English language skills and helping hearing parents communicate with their deaf children. Two significant manual English systems being used are Signing Exact English and Signed English. What makes these sign systems significant is that they include invented signs that can communicate important elements of English, including verb tenses, plurals, and articles like the. And Signing Exact English also has signs for most English prefixes and suffixes. Many deaf people use ASL among themselves, but will modify their communication to include some degree of PSE or one of the manual English systems in order to communicate with hearing people who have varying degrees of sign language skills. And that's our cultural moment.